The Rangers are secretly planning something huge. Just days after trading longest tenured Ranger Chris Kreider, Drury and his staff are focused on moving Mika Zibanejad next. Welcome back to Rangers Digest. I am your host, Bret Botfeld, and it's great to be back with you guys for another week on this beautiful Monday, the 16th of June. And guys, we have a lot to get into today. The Rangers are secretly planning a massive move just days after trading Chris Kreider, who I know a lot of fans love and are debating, will number 20 be up in the rafters? But before we get into it, a quick reminder that about 74% of you that currently watch these videos are unsubscribed, so please hit that free subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date with everything New York Rangers as Darius and I continue to pump out the content. And guys, let's hop right into the video. I don't want to waste any more time. We have some juicy reports coming out the last few days. Arthur Staple, an NHL insider and writer for The Athletic, he went on to write, "The Rangers and Mika Zibanejad's camp may have already decided that moving on would be best." And wow, guys, we understand the relationship that Chris Kreider and Mika Zibanejad have. Larry Brooks from the New York Post, very in touch with the Rangers and covers them on a day-to-day basis. He went on to talk about just how close Kreider, who was the longest tenured Ranger, and Mika Zibanejad, who's been with the team now for the past 9 seasons, he went on to talk about just how close they've gotten. I mean, those two are best friends. And now Mika Zibanejad, entering the third year of an 8-year deal, is open to moving to another team. And this is really breaking news here, folks. Let's move on to the next report here. There is a rumor of who Mika Zibanejad's replacement would be. And this guy is a stud. This guy is a star. He's not a superstar, but he is young with some potential to possibly make it to superstardom. Like I said, he is currently a star and wreaks havoc on an NHL hockey game. And his name, Martin Necas, folks. Martin Necas. This came out of nowhere over the last few days. Let's take a look at the basic features. This is a big guy standing at 6 feet, 3 inches tall, 26 years of age, 200 pounds. And as you can see here, folks, he is coming off his best season at age 26 in the NHL, scoring 83 points, 27 goals, 56 assists in a total of 79 games, 18 minutes and 60 seconds of ice time. This guy right here is on the rise. He wreaks havoc on a game, and he is a star and a stud. And the Rangers need to absolutely look into bringing this man on the roster only if, here is the caveat, folks, only if the Rangers are able to move off of Mika Zibanejad, who is making an absurd $8.5 million, and he is a depreciating asset. His age is going up, his production is going down. Just a couple years removed from that great 91-point season in 2022-2023, his production has plummeted over the last 2 seasons, and the Rangers must move off of his contract as they've moved off of Jacob Trouba, Barclay Goodrow, Ryan Lindgren, just Chris Kreider here a few days ago, and now it looks like Mika Zibanejad is next. Now, guys, I said these Martin Necas rumors came out of absolutely nowhere, so let's get into it. Let's talk about how we got here. Rumors began circulating in the summer of 2024 following the end of his previous bridge deal that Necas was unhappy with his time in Carolina. He spent a lot of time with the Hurricanes, folks. Necas' father spoke out saying that the forward wanted minutes on the first line and the first power play unit, opportunities he wasn't consistently getting under head coach Brind'Amour. The understanding was that Necas was unhappy with his utilization and felt that he wasn't able to play his full capacities, up to his full capacities. His father even went on to say in an interview with Danique Sport that Martin wants to be traded. Let's move on to right here, folks. After the Avalanche moved Mikko Rantanen, an absolute stud, he was playing like a top 10 player, arguably a top 5 player. That's how good Rantanen was this past season. So he was moved for Rantanen because of how difficult they perceived contract extensions talks to be going. How much patience will they have with Martin Necas? Not a homegrown player or superstar talent like Rantanen is a superstar talent. If negotiations on an extension start slowly this July, there was a sense Necas wasn't overly thrilled with his experience in Colorado and that he wants to explore other options. Nick Kripos wrote of the situation. He works with Sportsnet. And guys, this is major breaking news. And it looks like things are going south between the Colorado Avalanche and Martin Necas because he recently rejected a contract extension of $9.5 million AAV. This is a player on an extremely friendly contract, making Chris Kreider money currently for this last season at $6.5 million. He will enter the season getting paid $6.5 million. He is going to be an unrestricted free agent next offseason, folks, in a star-studded class. Let's move right along here and look at the advanced metrics. This is from JFresh Hockey, a great page, and you can see right here from the metrics, Martin Necas, acquired by the Avalanche, is a skilled offensive forward. No doubt about it, guys. He is one of the fastest skaters in the league. He has elite speed and acceleration, especially at his size, 6'3", 200 pounds, a superb puck carrier in transition, and a great passer as well. He has not quite been as effective defensively and does not play a particularly physical game. So this is a player, guys. Remember, the Rangers wanted more speed, more snarl, more physicality. Now, Necas doesn't bring that physicality, that snarl that you're looking for, but that elite speed is game-breaking. Like I said, he wreaks havoc on a game. The way he handles the puck is magical, and he could just carve up a defense and get absolutely stifling hot, guys. Let's move right along. They're going to move right along to Puckpedia. This is what the Rangers lineup is currently constructed as. And guys, let's not get it twisted. If the Rangers are able to move Mika Zibanejad, an aging player who has not been as productive, and get off of his absurd contract, $8.5 million, guys, for this player, for a third-line center, please, please, please. Give me a break. Mika Zibanejad, seriously? $8.5 million? The guy was terrible this past season. Now, look, I get it. When they moved him to right wing for 25 games, he scored 28 points. He was very effective as right wing, but I am sick and tired of the Rangers moving people out of position, guys. Alexei Lafreniere, for instance, a natural left winger, the Rangers decided to put him on the right wing, and it just hasn't worked out, guys. He hasn't developed the way we wanted him to. Putting him out of position has not seemed to work. And now Mika Zibanejad, a longtime center, I understand he could play the wing, and he played well at right wing, but are we really going to gamble on 25 games? Are we going to bank on the fact that he played well in 25 games and justify giving him $8.5 million for the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 years, folks? 6 years at $8.5 million. This player is aging. This player is slowing down. This player did not seem to care when he was on the ice this past season. The Rangers need to move on. If they are able to bring in Martin Necas, guys, let's take a look. Martin Necas right here. He was on that first line in Colorado, guys, at right wing. And I get his natural position is center, and that's something he was upset about with Colorado, and why he is one of the reasons why he is likely to move on. But look, guys, he was extremely effective at right wing. He was a point per game player after the Avalanche acquired him. And if the Rangers are able to insert him on that first line with Artemi Panarin, who is exceptional at playmaking, Vincent Trocheck, I would personally put JT Miller on that first line. So let's just say JT Miller, an extremely aggressive, fast, a guy who plays with snarl on the offense and defensive end. If you put that fast pace, the way he controls and handles the puck, with Artemi Panarin's magical playmaking, along with Martin Necas, who, like I said, in transition is phenomenal, has a good wrist shot with elite potential. A pure goal scorer. This is a player on the rise, folks. That is a dominant first line with some youth sprinkled in with a little bit of veteran. I mean, that first line would be absolutely dominant. And let's not forget, folks, you don't have to just stick him on the first line, especially this first season when he's going to be making $6.5 million. He's versatile. You could play him on the second line at right wing if you want to do that. You could play him at center. But guys, I don't think it would be wise to bring in Necas. I understand it's $6.5 million this upcoming season, but it's not wise to bring him in. If you plan on extending him next offseason, he is going to make a lot of money in the $10 million range. You don't want him to be on your third line. So ideally, you want to stick him on that first line with Artemi Panarin and JT Miller and make magic happen. But if you trade for him, the Colorado Avalanche only have $1.2 million in cap space, so they don't want to take on any contracts, guys. What you would have to give up is definitely the number 12 overall pick and some prospects, and I don't know exactly what else the Rangers would have to include, but the package isn't as crazy as most of you would believe. The Avalanche are losing leverage. Necas just turned down an extension. He doesn't want to be in Colorado. He likes playing with Nathan MacKinnon, Cale Makar, etc. But he doesn't like playing in Colorado. He wants out. So if the Rangers are able to bring him in while Colorado's leverage is low, they don't want big players in return because of their cap space situation. If the Rangers are able to execute, bring him in this season, put him on that first line with JT Miller, with Artemi Panarin, on that first line at right wing. And if he wants to play some center, you could sprinkle him in on that second line. But do not bring this player in and put him on your third line. Do not do that. You can't pay him next offseason $10 to $12 million to have him play on the third line like Mika is doing. At $8.5 million, it's bad business. So if the Rangers are able to free up another $8.5 million, folks, they would now have $23 million to play with. You bring in Necas, who's going to make $6.5 million a steal this season. And then guess what? You're able to try to convince him during the season why he should remain a Ranger long term. So that'll give you an edge entering next offseason. And I've spoken about it. The Rangers will now have cap space for players like Connor McDavid, like Jack Eichel, like Adrian Kempe. But we know that a Connor McDavid isn't extremely realistic. We know that Eichel, although he's a bit more realistic because he wanted to be a Ranger in 2021 when the Sabres refused to trade him to the Rangers, we still know it's not a guarantee that Eichel would come here. Adrian Kempe, same thing. The Kings are going to want to re-sign him. I'm sure of that. But now you give yourself another option. You give yourself another star on the open market who you have rapport with in Martin Necas. I understand the defense isn't great, but the Rangers need a young player on the rise. I understand there's some inconsistency there, but when he was put in the right situation like he was this past season, you saw how well he produced. And I told you, it's a match made in heaven with JT aggressive at center on that first line. The way he handles the puck, the Breadman, the way he playmakes, and Necas, the way he moves up and down the ice like a gazelle. Like I said, a good wrist shot, not elite yet, but he could put the puck in the net. And when he has the right center and the right left wing playing alongside with him, it could be magical. He could get sizzling hot, guys. There's a whole lot of pop and sizzle when it comes to Necas. This would be a great move. This would absolutely be a great move. Like I said, the defense isn't outstanding, but what the Rangers need is a young player who has game-wrecking ability. And that player is Martin Necas. All right, guys? So I'm really fascinated to hear what you guys think about Martin Necas. This came out of nowhere, folks. We've been talking about Jason Robertson, JJ Peterka, etc. This report came out of nowhere, and this was from Vince Mercogliano. Vince Mercogliano, Rangers insider. So I really am dying to hear what you guys have to say about Martin Necas in the comment section. And guys, that's going to do it here today on Rangers Digest. A quick reminder, once again, if you haven't hit that free subscribe button, hit that button so you can stay up to date with everything New York Rangers.